Okay, hi. Twitch is telling me that my bitrate is really unstable, so I don't know what to do about that. But oh god, that's still really loud. I'm gonna turn that down more. Okay. Love my headphones too. Hi. Oh wait, sorry. Okay, I don't have the throwables set up right now because I have to repurchase that program. I have to rebuy it. Yeah, actually, let me just pin that. There. Oh my god, no, don't default to that. I don't like that. I hate when it does that. Okay. I don't... okay. There we go. There's the official notice. I didn't realize it till I was getting everything set up last night, but when I transferred all my stuff, the stupid throwables tits, it didn't transfer. So I have to purchase it again and reset everything up, which I did not feel like doing last night because I felt terrible. But that's okay, because I feel good today, so I'll do it after stream. And then tomorrow, for the Dragalia tier list, you will be able to pelt me with things, and it will be very good. So if you don't like my opinions, you can hit me then. Yeah? But yeah, that's what I got for you. Oh hey, I fixed the bitrate. Cool. Now Twitch says my bitrate is fine. Good to see. Yeah, so it's been a minute. Never played Dragalia. Well, I think a lot of us are still mourning it. Oh my god, wait, now you guys can see every single time I like flick my bangs on my face. They're annoying. Anyway, I think a lot of us are still mourning it. It kind of had a... well, not like an abrupt end, because it did get like a proper ending, but in some ways, when you played the ending, it was very obvious that that was not the way they originally intended it to be. Yeah, it was definitely rushed, for sure. But at least it got to have an ending, and it was like somewhat satisfying, I guess. Like, it wasn't the worst ending ever. Yeah, it was definitely... I think the things that felt the most rushed to me were not actually the actual ending, it was the lead up to the ending. Especially with the way they released units. For it. Hang on, I'm gonna move chat up really fast. Move you guys up here. There we go. Adjust. Alright. Yeah, just the lead up to the ending is what felt like they weren't quite... how do I want to word this? Like, they really wanted to take their time with it, yeah. Oh, so like really early in. I guess the Agitos weren't that early in. God, what year was that? Like 2020? I think it was. I'm pretty sure the Volk came out right around Christmas of 2020 or something like that. Yeah. They were trying to stuff way too much story in. No, I agree with you. Nope, I'm not a Curse of Nihility believer. No, you won't convince me. I don't like it either. I never did. Partly because I was a big believer in energy, and then I could not use energy anymore. I mean, look, I was the person in pubs running like a healer Elias build, and that didn't fly in Curse of Nihility. I will not sit here and defend that to you. That was terrible. Oh my god, I was supposed to be telling you guys about Miku Expo. Oh my god, okay, so Miku Expo. Maybe I should start... My trip getting there was an adventure. Miku did Miku. Yes, she did. She Miku beamed at me, actually. My trip getting there was an actual adventure. In, like, the worst way possible. I don't know what it is with me and planes. But this is the second time that a plane that I was supposed to get on has been deemed, like, unfit to fly. And so they just, like, told us we had to get a different plane. Like, just get on a different flight. You can't get on that plane anymore. No, I don't know if this is worse than when I, came back from LA. Because when I came back from LA, my flight home from Dallas. So, like, I got from LA to Dallas. And then in Dallas, they were like, LOL, we're actually just going to decommission the plane entirely. Which I did not know that they could do that. They were like, your flight is canceled. We're decommissioning the plane. So we're not even going to, like, reschedule the flight. We're just, there is no flight. Find a new way home. And there were no other flights to my city. None. So I was, like, on the phone with the lady from American Airlines, and she was like, well, could you fly to, like, Miami? We have a flight that's coming in at, like, 11:30. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait till the next day. And I was like, I guess I could just Uber home from Miami. That's a really expensive Uber, but okay. So that's what I did. I got home at like 2 o'clock that morning. This was not as bad as that. But I will say, the fact that every single one of my flights there, except for, no, I lied. Every single one of them got delayed. All 4. My flight leaving here got canceled. And then because I was originally supposed to fly to Charlotte and then get on a connecting flight from Charlotte to Austin. And then my flight got canceled, quote unquote. They were like, well, we might be able to depart at this time. And I was like, okay, well, that's landing after my connecting flight, so I can't do that. So instead, I ended up getting on a flight to Philadelphia, which, by the way, the fact that I had to fly to Philadelphia to turn around and fly to Austin, that seems really dumb. Why is this like this? But, so instead of leaving at like 11:40 in the morning, which I was supposed to leave at, I left at 3 p.m. and I got to sit in the airport for several hours. It was really fun. That was my new home. Then I flew to Philadelphia. I ran across the entire Philadelphia airport in about 20 minutes, only to get to my gate and find out that that flight had also been delayed, but only by like 20 minutes, so it wasn't that bad. And then I ended up getting to Austin around 11 p.m. which was about 5 hours later than I was supposed to. And I was meeting a friend there, and they just had to freaking wait for me because the hotel was in my name. So I can't even check into the hotel without me. It was just a mess. It was just a mess. It was so bad. And then coming home, all of my flights got delayed there too. It was like my first flight got delayed to the point where I was gonna have like maybe 20 minutes between my flight landing and my connecting flight leaving. But then my connecting flight got delayed by like 40 minutes, so it didn't matter. But yeah, it was just an adventure. But that's okay. I made it. I got to see Miku. While we were there, we went to the Museum of Ice Cream. I think that's what it was called. Which is just it's a glorified art exhibit about ice cream, and they give you infinite ice cream samples, as many as you want. And they have like vegan options. You did. Yes. That was your own doing. You could have just gotten the dairy-free options like I did. That would have been the smart thing to do, but you didn't. It was really good though. Hey, I enjoyed myself. That lemon sorbet was really delicious. They had lots of good dairy-free options. Less generous. I don't know. Yeah, for real. It was so bad. I thought they were dying. I literally had to text them. I was sitting at the bar in the ice cream museum and was like, are you like alive in there? I'm worried. It was, I mean, you literally could just endlessly ask them for ice cream if you wanted to. I can't really eat that many sweets. So I was actually really grateful that they had the like dairy-free option because I love sorbet. So I tried a cherry sorbet that was delicious. It did not taste artificial at all. I mean, it probably was, but you know, it didn't taste like, you know how like cherry candy has like that really like fake cherry taste? It didn't taste like that. It tasted really good. And then I tried a mango sorbet that I thought was a little bit sweet. I'm kind of like iffy on mango anyway though, so, but it was pretty good. And then there was a lemon sorbet that I really, really enjoyed and I really should have gotten seconds of. Yeah, I'm surprised it was Bluebell. That was the kicker. All the ice cream was Bluebell. I was so shocked. But the lemon sorbet was really good. I actually did eat one dairy ice cream because I can't really eat dairy. And it was like a cookies and cream with chocolate chip cookie dough in it. Oh, it was so good. I wonder if they sell it like at the grocery store. I'll have to check because I've never like seen one like that. But also I don't usually look for like dairy ice creams. Well, I don't buy ice cream a lot, so I've never thought to look for it. But yeah, I guess I could look for it. I really want that lemon sorbet. I don't know. I mean, maybe they're just special for that place. I don't know. And their mixed drinks, the cocktails were pretty decent. They were all kind of I don't know how to explain this. It was like a heavy pour, which for the price I'm pretty grateful for because usually cocktails are like very light on the alcohol for fucking $16, and it's like, wow, okay, I could have made this at home for the same price at that point. But it was a very generous pour of tequila, and then but also it was like way too sweet at the same time, at least for me. I don't know how Jules felt about theirs. It had like boba in it. Oh, thank you, Ishi. Hi, Ishi. I did not expect. Wow, thank you. Wait, why is chat in front of the... Hang on. That looks weird. Here we go. It was okay. Alright. Well... Is the screen okay? It was having a moment. There were too many gifted subs at the same time. But also bitter. That's kind of how I felt about mine. I will have a sippy. I feel like that's how a lot of those like jelly bobas taste. I don't know. I don't really eat those, but oh my god, that looks so weird. Take my sippy. You're all welcome. I don't know. I don't really eat it. Do you want me to do it again? I'll do it again. Hang on. I don't know what this looks like with a straw. I should test that out. I'm gonna do it again just because you said it looked bad. It looked gross. I'm actually trying so hard not to spit my drink out because it made me giggle. Oh my god. Okay, well. new things we've learned. When I was playing Monster Hunter the other day, I was drinking like out of a can, so I guess it didn't look quite as weird. Frat bro trying to lean for kiss. That is certainly a description, but not what I was expecting. All right then. Let's see. Yeah, it was pretty weird. I'm not gonna lie. After that, after we went to the Museum of Ice Cream, I made us wander all the way over to the Sprinkles because I wanted to buy the Honkai Star Rail anniversary cupcake, which I did not eat right then, and that was a mistake, I think. Because I ended up saving it till after the concert, so I put it like in the fridge in our hotel room, and I think it got like really dried out in there because it was super crumbly. But if anyone was curious, my official review of the Honkai Star Rail anniversary cupcake from Sprinkles, the one that's like the chocolate with chocolate chips and cream cheese icing, it is okay. It's all right. I think the cream cheese icing is too rich for my personal taste. But the cake part's pretty good. It's probably a lot better if you eat it right when you get it, rather than put it in the fridge for like 7 hours. Don't do that. Just eat it when you get it. I did not try the March one because I don't like blueberry cupcakes, but I don't know what flavor the icing is on that one. But if it weren't blueberry, I would have gotten it. They also gave me, oh, it's raspberry. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I don't want that. I like raspberries, but raspberry icing sounds kind of meh. And then I think we got like 20 jade from it. They gave us this like little photo card of March, Donhung, and the Trailblazer. Wait, which one? What? Oh, I can't turn and look at it. It's gonna look really cursed. I'll look during an ad break. It was like a cute little photo card, and it had a redeem code on it. It was literally like 20 jade. It was nothing. Oh, he's not? Nothing for him. Oh, it's Pom Pom. Okay. Wait, which Trailblazer? Is it both of them? It's behind me. I can't look at it. It's gonna look weird. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's better than Donhung. Sorry, Donhung. I have a standee of him. I can't say that. I like Donhung perfectly fine. And then what else did we do that day? We ate at like a little ramen bar, and it was way too much food, but it was pretty good. I did not have ramen. Went to a ramen bar and did not eat ramen. I just had a rice bowl. I don't really. Oh my god, this is so. I don't actually like ramen that much because it's like a soup, and I don't like soup that much. I don't like all the broth. Like when ramen's done well, it's really good. I just don't. It's not like my favorite thing. I don't know, but it was still really good. See, when I make ramen at home, I pour off like all the broth. I don't usually eat a lot of the broth. Because it flings everywhere and it makes you messy. I don't know. I don't like soup. That's part of the problem. I don't like soup. Okay. And? Yeah, but I don't like the broth. Okay, the problem is the broth. Problem for me is the broth. I don't want the broth there, because then it makes a mess. A soup spoon? Is there like a special spoon for that? I mean, I don't know, maybe. I just don't, but I don't like soup in general. So some of it is just a bias against soup. Let me live. Jeez. Huh, interesting. I only use the tiny spoons. Oh, if I order it at a restaurant, I eat it with chopsticks. Is that not how you're supposed to eat it? And then I just like drink the broth. Like I don't dislike the broth. I dislike how much of a mess it makes. Oh. I gotta teach you. That's a crying shame. I can't have that. I can't have that. Chopsticks are so easy. Like you just gotta get the hang of it. I use chopsticks all the time. It's really not though. I don't know. I don't think it's that hard. They make those like training ones. Hold it like a pencil and just do it. For noodles, what you gotta do is you grab your noodles, right? You pick them up, and then you basically just like you put them in. Oh, they're making it way too difficult. Okay, you all you have to do, you hold them like you're holding a pencil. You hold both of them, and then you just have to use both of them to grab your noodles, like a big chunk of them. And you take your noodles, you put them in your mouth, and then you slurp them. That's how you eat your noodles out of ramen, with chopsticks. You slurp them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember how I learned to eat with chopsticks. I think I just kind of forced myself to learn because I was embarrassed to use a fork at the Chinese restaurant that we would eat at as a kid. Like when I was a kid. It felt weird to me. I didn't like doing that. So I just learned. I forced myself. Chopstick training video. I didn't know that existed. I gotta look that up now. Oh, interesting. I guess it never bothered me because, like, that's kind of just... I don't know. Like, okay, I don't like slurp the whole thing. It's like you slurp a little bit and you like guide it in with the chopsticks. I don't know how to explain it. You don't have to slurp the whole noodle in. Because I agree, it is messy. I pull it in with my mouth and I guide it with the chopsticks. I feel like I'm not making sense. I don't know how else to explain this without like a visual aid, but I don't have one. Let me Stop. No. I'm trying really hard to explain it. It's like, okay. You have your chopsticks. You're holding them in your hand, right? You grab your noodle with your chopsticks. You bring your noodles up to your mouth. And you pull some of the noodles in and then use the chopsticks to pull more of them up to your mouth. Does that not make sense? So you kind of do like a half slurp, half chopstick. That's just skill issue at that point. I'm sorry. I can't help you there. Sorry. I wish I could. I wish I had more advice than that. But I don't. This has gotten so far off topic. My advice on noodle slurping. me giving advice on how to eat ramen, even though I don't really eat ramen. Literally, I think the next time I make ramen, I'm gonna pour all of the broth off, and then I'm gonna throw the ramen in a frying pan and like fry it up. Like, I think that's how I'm gonna do it. I need to have eggs first. Oh god, I forgot to buy eggs. Shoot. Well, yeah, I am. Well, to be fair, also, the ramen I have in my cabinet right now is cup noodle ramen, which I do not like. I think the broth tastes really bad. So, but I only have it because it was Hello Kitty themed and my mom gave it to me for Easter. So I'm gonna eat it, but I'm just gonna have to make it palatable. So I need an egg to top it off with. But I think I'm gonna scramble the egg and mix it in there and make fried noodles. And I have some chicken that's already cut up in my freezer. And then I can mix that in there too. Oh, I think I have some umami seasoning too from Trader Joe's. The Sonic ramen. I did see them. There is almost nothing on that menu that I would eat. Except maybe Knuckles' chicken sandwich, which I have to wonder, was the joke there like a Knuckles sandwich? Why does he have a chicken sandwich? That feels like very out of the blue. And also, why isn't Amy on the menu? Why doesn't Amy have like a strawberry pancake? This is misogyny. Why is Amy not on the menu? How come Dr. Eggman gets to be on the menu but Amy doesn't? Make it make sense. This is horrible. This is exclusion. I don't care. Get his ass off there. He's not on Team Sonic. I mean, I guess technically Shadow isn't either, but he can be there. He's an honorary member. He's Sonic's boyfriend. He's allowed to be there. Okay, well, I think that's a great time for me to go run the ad. I will come back with more about my Miku trip and more of me getting off topic in just a minute. So be good, okay? I'm watching you. I can see everything you guys do. I hope you know that. Okay, hi. I've returned. I took my sippy before I came back, so you guys don't have to watch that again, since apparently you don't like looking at me drink things. How are we gonna proceed? You're just gonna have to get used to it. This is the norm. Sorry. Anyway. That was unnecessarily aggressive and I apologize. Where was I? I don't even remember. Oh, the ramen place. After that, we went back to our hotel so that I could sit on my bed and stare at the ceiling for approximately 15 minutes. Because we were waiting to hear back from another friend about meeting up to go eat dinner and go to the arcade. I would like to remind you that we literally had just eaten, so like eat dinner quote unquote means that I was going to nibble on chippies. I was not going to actually eat, but that's okay. The ceiling is code for venturing. Yeah. I think actually I just face planted into my Gilgamesh plushie is actually what happened. I don't even think I laid properly on the bed. I think I just buried my face in the Gilgamesh plushie and groaned for a little bit before we went back from Kirby. But then we got freshened up because I had a Miku t-shirt I wanted to wear to the concert. And we met Kirby and their friend for dinner, where I ate like 5 chips and some queso. And then we went to this Japanese arcade that was pretty cool. They had like Japanese rhythm game cabinets, including one where I was able to read some of the tutorial. So I could parse through the tutorial. That was fine. And then as soon as I got out of the tutorial, I could no longer read any of it. It's like, okay, I think what I've determined is like with the Japanese rhythm game cabinets, if they have like official English like versions, then what they'll do is like songs that the titles are normally in hiragana, they will like write the song title in katakana. I don't know why this is, but this is what I've noticed from playing like the two, like swapping between them. I guess because they expect more people that don't speak Japanese to at least maybe know a little bit of katakana. I don't know. And then the songs that are like normally written in English, they'll just leave them in English, right? Like Bad Apple or Goddish. But then, although Goddish is also weird because sometimes it's actually just literally not written in English, but whatever. If it has like an official English title, they'll just use the English title. But on this other cabinet, I don't remember sound voltage or something like that. They had like Bad Apple was written in katakana, and I was like, okay, well, I could read this, so I know what this song is. And then I proceeded to read the title of two songs that I knew, and then the rest of the song titles were in hiragana, and I was like, I don't know any of these songs. And for my last song, I couldn't read. I was trying to find a song that I knew, and I couldn't read any of the names. So they just forced a song on me that was too hard. And I was struggling so hard. It was so bad. The cabinet has like, okay, because like it's a rhythm game, so it has buttons you press, right? It's got like 4 regular buttons and then 2 that you hit with like your thumbs. Like that makes sense. But then there's also these knobs that you like turn. I do not remember the name of this cabinet. Jules, do you remember? Like sound voltage, sound voltex. I don't remember. Sound voltage feels right. That feels like what it was. Voltex. Oh, it was voltex. Okay. You guys can look it up. It has like these knobs, and you like turn them sometimes, and like getting from the buttons to the knobs is so hard. Oh my god. Like I guess if I had more time, maybe I could have figured it out better, but we didn't have a lot of time. We had like an hour, a singular hour. Before we went to Miku Expo. When we got there, we determined that one, we were getting there at like, I don't know, like 7:15 maybe, and there was basically nobody there. We had free range on parking, and it was pretty great actually. We got a really good parking spot. We could not find the merch tent. I'm not convinced that the merch tent existed actually. I think maybe they put the picture of the merch tent on Twitter and then immediately took the merch tent down because I never saw that thing. I also heard some employees in the stadium talking about how, oh, the merch tent is going to be up after this show, so you can go afterwards. That was a lie. That merch tent was not there. So I don't know what was up with that. I don't think the merch tent is a lie. The merch tent isn't real. I never once saw that thing. But anyway, the stadium was freezing cold. I wished I had a jacket, but it was fine. Like once the concert started, everything was fine because everyone was like dancing and stuff. But while we were just waiting, freezing. Lots of people were in cosplay. I kind of did not expect that. It was freezing. Shut up. It was freezing. It was so cold. Oh my god. Easily. I expected to see some people. It was much colder than that. Excuse you. What do you define as room temperature? Hang on. Now we have to clear this up. What do you define as room temperature? Okay, yeah, never mind. 70 degrees is kind of cold to me. I will acknowledge that, but that's not freezing to me. Below 70 is freezing to me. Let us clarify this. 70 degrees is just cold. But I also cannot regulate my own body temperature. Okay, I'm like a lizard. I have to have heat from somewhere else. Yes, I do. I'm literally wearing a sweatshirt in my own house right now. I have the AC set to 69 so that I can comfortably wear a sweatshirt. That's just a blatant lie. If I were not in the office right now, I actually would be freezing and I would need to be bundled up in a blanket, but I am in the office and I have the neon light on. because otherwise my phone cannot see me without the neon light, and the neon light is very, very toasty. I love that you're giving me an excuse for being from Florida when I'm literally like not from Florida. I just live here. I love that that's always the excuse, but I'm not a Floridian actually. I've just acclimatized to Florida, I think is the problem. But I will say, for what it's worth, despite the fact that I am not naturally from Florida, I have always been like this. Like always. Even when I lived in places that like got snow every year, I still could not handle it. When I was in undergrad and we got snow every year, I'm not even joking about this, by the way. I would have to wear like 3 layers of pants. So what I would do, I had like fleece lined like tights. So what I would do, I would wear regular tights and then the fleece lined tights over them and then leggings over that. And then usually I would put a pair of shorts over the leggings just to make sure that my butt stayed warm. And then I would wear like a tank top and then a t-shirt and then a long sleeve t-shirt. Sometimes I would swap the order of those two. It didn't really matter. And then a sweatshirt and then like my windbreaker, because it was usually pretty like windy, rainy, snowy, right? And then also I had like tall snow boots, rain boots on because snow. Because I needed to be able to take the outer layer off or else I would get too hot in the classroom. I also had scarves that I would wear because I could easily take those off. Oh, I was struggling there for a second. I could easily take the scarves off in class. Yeah, the thing is, I think usually the snow didn't stick to the ground. It was like 40 degrees. Like it was snowing, but the snow didn't stay. It was just like slush at best. Like 35 to 40 degrees. Although there was one year, because I changed my major like 3 times before I finally settled on a marketing major with a minor in music. And by the time I did that, I literally had already finished my minor because I originally was like a piano major. So I had all the credits for my minor. So because I changed my major like 2 years in, I had to take classes every single, like I basically did not get time off from school. I took classes during both June and July and during what they called like winter intersession. So we would have like it wasn't even a full 2 weeks. It was a 10-day class during January. And you had a 4-hour class 5 days a week and they just bum rushed the class. Okay, so anyway, that was necessary context, I promise. So one year I was taking the winter intersession class, and my roommate and her boyfriend were also taking winter intersession that year. And it snowed, like always, because it always snowed in January. But the temperature dropped below, like into the teens for like a whole week. And we got snowed into my apartment. All 3 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment. But not because it was like actually snowed in, but like the roads were iced over. And we did not live in a place that like had salt trucks or anything because it was Mississippi. Like they don't have those things. They're not prepared for snow. So our winter intercessions, my class basically just said, whatever you made on the midterm, I'll just double that grade. And if it was bad, I'll just give you I'll just email you a test that you can do online if you want to do a better grade. And I had made a 100 on my midterm, so I just basically didn't have to take a class. I got a week off. I got a free 100. But the boyfriend, his class, she was like, you're just gonna have to come in on a Saturday after you can drive again. And I'm just gonna make you all take a full day of class on Saturday, and then you're gonna take the final on Sunday. I was like, wow, that sucks. But yeah, we got stuck there for a whole week. We could not leave the house. We had to keep like the cabinets open so that the pipes wouldn't burst because our apartment was really old. It was a very interesting time. We binged a lot of anime, like the Danganronpa anime. I don't recommend that one. Just play the games. I do recommend Danganronpa. It's a really good time. Like, I'm not gonna say Danganronpa's that good. Because it's not like peak fiction or anything, but it is a good time. It's very enjoyable. And then we tried to watch the Monster Hunter Stories anime, but it's so fucking bad, man. We tried our best though. We also tried to like revisit some old anime that we really liked. Like Black Butler. God, I determined that I fucking hate Black Butler. Could not rewatch that. I know, I gotta play the Somnium Files. I continue to love Kaname Date from a distance, and I could not continue this any longer. I know, I understand. Oh my god, this was a complete tangent from the Miku Expo. I have to tell you this, there was these people standing behind me and Jules at Miku Expo that like were much older than us. Well, obviously much older than Jules. Jules is younger than me. Much older than me, which is really saying something. Yes, the poser. Yes, you know who I'm talking about. Who like clearly was like, I do not want to call them a Vocaloid elitist, because when I think of Vocaloid elitist, I think of someone like myself who thinks that the old stuff is not actually that good, and most people only like it because of nostalgia. And I would much sooner recommend new Vocaloid to people to get them started in Vocaloid than I would like classic Vocaloid, because I don't like whatever. But I'm going to use this term here because, but like in a quote unquote way, right? So like this person was like a quote unquote Vocaloid elitist who is like refuses to listen to new Vocaloid and thinks that all of the good stuff was the old stuff, like World Is Mine and Poppy-Po. And she was like standing behind us, talking very loudly to the group of other people with her that apparently don't know very much about Vocaloid. Going over the set list and how she doesn't know very many songs on the set list, and like she was really disappointed by like, why did they have to add all this new music to the set list? And I'm like, girl, please shut the fuck up. It's 2024. Why are we going to play a whole set list of 20-year-old songs? That's stupid. And oh my god, I remember her like, she was trying to like look at some of the vocal, I don't even remember how that came up. She was like talking about some cosplay contest she judged and how somebody was cosplaying V-Flower, and she was like, what is V-Flower? And they were like, oh, it's a Vocaloid. And she was like, no, it's not. It's like, yes, it is. That's a Vocaloid. The first Vocaloid song to hit 100 million views on YouTube is a V-Flower song. My god, do your research. Like, hello? No. V-Flower is not older than Miku. That is objectively untrue. But thank you for your contribution. There are Vocaloids older than Miku. The first two were Sweet Anna and Big Al. And Kaito and Mako are also older than Miku. But most people kind of forget that, because most people just fucking don't like Kaito or Mako. But I'm of the opinion that those people are either tainted by the old Vocaloid fandom, where Kaito was a fucking pervert. And I do say that in a very derogative way, because that's exactly how they portrayed him. Or they just don't care enough to like look for music. Like, I feel very strongly about this. Vocaloid is a scene that is full of a lot of genres and a lot of producers who work very hard to make music that they're proud of. And a lot of them are very new because it's constantly expanding. And that requires you to look for the things you want. Like if you want to listen to heavy metal Vocaloid, that exists, but you have to look for it, okay? If you just go by what the general majority is listening to, you're just always going to get recommended Michi M and Deco 27 and maybe Utsupi if you're specifically looking for like rock or like stuff that leans towards screamo and heavy metal. You might get Utsupi recommended to you, but like otherwise you're only ever going to get the stuff that's like, you know, super popular from producers that have been around for a long time. And if you want to find new things, you have to make that effort. And a lot of people just don't do that and aren't willing to do that because they don't. I think a lot of people don't actually like Vocaloid. That's my thesis statement here. I think a lot of people don't actually like Vocaloid. I think they just like the characters. Which, like, that's okay. But, like, if you're only engaging with Vocaloid because you like Miku as a character, like, I don't know why you're here. I don't know. Like, she doesn't have, like, a defined character so much. I guess she does now, more so than she used to. But also, like, she still can just kind of be whatever. And that applies to any of them. So I think being in it, I mean, I know this is rich coming from me, like the fucking Kaito simp, but part of that is like, I just genuinely really like how his voice bang sounds. And there is one Kaito producer, or a couple Kaito producers in particular, that I actually just am a really big fan of. And I think they use his voice bang really well, so. But you know what I mean? It's like, being around for the character, that's like, I get it. But also, like, maybe try exploring the music while you're here. I don't know. Now I feel like I do sound like a fucking elitist, but I'll die on that hill. I think a lot of people don't. No, I definitely get that. I think that's the best part about Vocaloid. I just also don't think enough people are willing to look for the things that they actually want, right? Which is how you end up with people who are like, oh, Vocaloid is so bad because they've only listened to like Deco 27 and they don't like that style of music. Which, like, I like Deco 27. I'm not ragging on him. I literally will sit here and shill Rookie all day to you, even though nobody seems to like Rookie. Like, I just, I don't know, I'm trying to explain it. It's like, I think, no, not Roki. Hello, that's not the same producer. It's called Rookie, and it just came out. It's not even the same characters. Also, Roki is by Mikito P, not Deco 27. But to answer your question, there is a large group of people who actually don't like Roki because the Project Sakai version is really fucking annoying, which is objectively, I get that. Miku's tuning in that version is really bad. But I'm going to blame that on Miku and T because I just don't like that voice bank very much. And specifically, whoever at Sega is doing the tuning for Project Sakai, please learn how to tune the NT voice banks. Please, they don't have to sound bad. They don't have to sound bad. Miku NT can be good, I promise. Just learn how to do it. Sega, I'm begging. It's so bad. It's so bad. But whoever, somebody there gets it. Somebody there is tuning, that's doing the tuning for Mako on the VBS covers. They're doing a really good job. That's the only time the tuning is good. And I will stand by that. It's the only time I will defend the tuning. Almost every single song that Kaito has been in, he has sounded like shit, but I will still listen to it because the Kaito, I just need more Kaito. But I'm not gonna defend it. It's bad. I know it's bad. But God, I was like, instead of going into Miku Expo, like, mad that the set list is a bunch of new music, why not just be, like, excited that it's new music that you've never heard, right? Like, why not look forward to hearing this new generation of music? And the set list was really, really good. I mean, obviously, Magical Cure Love Shot is amazing. I love that song. And the Miku Miku Beam gets the crowd like really, really hype. It's so fun. And a lot of the other songs on the set list were amazing. I love now I'm trying to remember what this other was. I love Miku Fiesta. I think that's an amazing song, and I'm really glad that they included a Spanish Miku song. I think it's nice to like remind people that she can sing in other languages other than Japanese and English, because I think a lot of people forget that. Even though she has voice banks in other languages. But yeah, like Miku Fiesta is such a great song. I was glad that it was included. And Imaginary Love Story is fantastic as well. And it was a contest winner, so, but I think people forget about it because it wasn't a contest winner for like Miku Expo. It was a contest winner for a virtual live, so nobody cared. Except me, because I love this song. And I was really glad that like Kaito's one singular solo was a Wotaku song that people don't listen to. Oh, absolutely. That's 100% what it is. It's always Thing Japan. And now I will say, as far as I know, Miku doesn't actually have a Spanish voice bank. I think most people just tune her Japanese voice bank to sing in Spanish, which results in her having this really cute accent when she sings. But like, it was just a really nice inclusion, I think. Also, her Chinese voice bank is really, really good, and I will always shill that. It is stunning. Because Chinese is so tonal. The tone work on her Chinese voice bank it's gorgeous, like top tier. I don't think it's on par with like the actual native Chinese voice banks, because I just think they sound better, because obviously their voice providers speak Chinese. But for what it's worth, it's really nice. It's really nice. What else was on there? I also like, they included The Greatest Show by Utsupi, which is like a heavy metal screamo song, which was also like a really nice change of pace. From all of Miku's like idly poppy feel good songs, right? It was just really nice to include it. They did have Tell Your World, which I fucking hate. I hate that fucking song. I'm tired of it. Get it out of here. But like, I don't know. I thought the set list was really good, because overall it was a lot of new music. Like Lynn's song Ghetto is pretty new. It only has like 400,000 views on YouTube. So it's not very well known. I mean, in the Vocaloid sphere. So it was nice that it was getting a lot of attention, because I adore that song. And I mean, they did include songs that people know, like the Rin and Lin duet was a Giga duet, so like duh, everybody know, whatever, that was like a song everyone knows. And Gimme Gimme was in there for Rin and Miku, and Meiko and Kaito's duet was fucking on the rocks. Like, it's not like there weren't songs people knew, like that were older classic songs. I guess not even older, they're just classic popular songs, you know? Like the commentary about the set list just felt really like disingenuine, I guess, is what like incensed me so much. It's like, dude, it's not that big of a deal. New Vocaloid is good. You just listen to it. God. Anyway, is this the part where I shill my Vocaloid playlist on Spotify? Because I mostly just listen to New Vocaloid. I promise it's good. I swear. But yeah, that's my rant. This devolved so much. I just was like, it made me so mad. I could not express to you how mad it made me. I don't know why I'm having a moment here. You okay, bud? Yeah, he looks okay now. He's having a moment. All right. I don't know. I had to check on the model. He was struggling for a second. Maybe I'm getting like too upset about this. I don't know. I just, in general, like music is a thing that's important to me, and Vocaloid is a special interest. So I'm just like, it's two things that I care a lot about that I think some people, I'm not gonna say that they don't engage with it properly, because everyone can engage with art however they wish. But also, I think some people engage with it very casually and then try to act like they engage with it in a very deep level. And that just feels I don't like that. That's where I'm gonna leave that. And we'll go to ad break, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you guys all about my fucking PC issues. Because that's been a trip too. But I think everything's sorted out for the most part. Mostly. So yeah. Get some water or whatever. Stand up, stretch, whatever you gotta do. I'll see you all in like a minute or so. Okay. My god. Okay. I have this Sprite bottle that I bought at work yesterday, but I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the cap. I don't know if it's like that it was fucked up when I bought it, or that I messed up when I tried to open it. But like, you know how it's supposed to like break off? So like there's the little like ring that stays around the top of the bottle when you unscrew the cap. That part is not coming off, so I have to like pull the cap off like physically every time. Anyway, I was struggling with that during the ad break. Okay, so the PC that's been fun. So like, where to even begin? I had the old PC. I've had it since 2020. A friend of mine built it for me. And like, first off, during 2020, getting parts for PCs was really hard because a lot of people decided during 2020 that they were going to start streaming. But he built this PC for me specifically for like me to be able to render art and like animation, because that's what I was doing a lot of back then, particularly animation. Not that I have anything to show for you guys because I deleted it all. I hated it. Nobody yell at me for that. I delete a lot of art that I don't like. Just let me do that. That's my thing. Anyway, so like, he told me that he built it so that it would hold up for quite a couple of years. I mean, it's a PC, so like, once it starts to kind of get worn down, it's gonna be a quick tumble down, right? So like, I think back in January was when the GPU really started to like die on me. Like when I first had my first GPU like graphics card crash. And I was like, ah shit. I guess this year is the year I'm buying a new graphics card. And I thought that was the end of the problem. So like, I knew that the GPU was on its death throat, right? Like, that was not news to me in any way. And I had every intention of buying a new graphics card, and I had wanted to change the case since I was gonna have to open it up anyway. That was all I was gonna do. That was it. I was just gonna take my motherboard as it was, the whole thing, move it into a new case that I was gonna buy some fans and install into. And then I was gonna take my graphics card off and put a new one on, and that was gonna be that, right? And we're supposed to be getting a micro center, not here, but down in Miami. So I was waiting for it to open, but it literally still has not opened. Like, they literally just started hiring for it, so I guess that thing's not fucking opening anytime soon. So I think I made the right decision with what I did, but so okay. Over the last couple months, the graphics crashes have gotten like more and more frequent, to the point where it's like, every time I opened Premiere to start editing like a VOD or a TikTok, I was pretty much like I was taking my life into my own hands about whether or not it would crash. I mean, thankfully, like, it's not a full crash, so it's not like I was losing anything, but it was just really annoying, because it's like, I lose like several minutes of productivity, which, okay, whatever. Say what you will about my being frustrated at that. Okay, I know I'm a workaholic. You don't need to tell me anything. You don't need to say anything about that. I understand. But it was just getting really frustrated. And also, we were running into several issues here all at once that were compounding, right? There was the issue of PNG Tuber Plus runs through Godot engine, which is a game engine, and it uses quite a bit of CPU. to run multiple game engines at once, right? Like running it alongside Final Fantasy VII. Even when I am running Final Fantasy VII Remake on low graphics, it still fucking uses a lot of CPU. Or to run it alongside Monster Hunter, even on the lowest graphics. So, and obviously, as we determined, well, you guys never saw it because I couldn't fucking stream every time I tried this, but I could not run it alongside the throwables because every time I would open PNG, like PNG Tuber Plus and the TIT system both run through Godot engine, and for some reason having both of those open was just like a disaster waiting to happen. Now, the throwables can be run through Spout 2, which takes a lot of pressure off the CPU, but I did not know what that was for a very long time. Which part of that is just like me being kind of green, I guess, as a VTuber. I mean, I know we're coming up on my 2-year anniversary this year. I understand this. I'm not like green in the sense that I'm like new to VTubing, but just like in the sense that I was kind of a hermit for the first year and a half, and now all of a sudden I have friends who know what the fuck is going on, and they're like, why do you not use this? They literally got so mad at me. They were like, you don't use Spout 2, and I was like, no, I don't know what that is. And then they went on like a 5-minute rant about all the reasons I need to be using it, and they can't believe I wasn't using it already. Every time I have some kind of technical issue, they're like, this is the way you need to fix it. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing I could do. And they're like, how have you gotten this far? Anyway, so that was part of the problem. So we were running it, but then, okay, so once I found Spout 2, I discovered the issue of PNG Tuber Plus does not run through Spout 2. Which was how we ended up bum rushing the 3D model in a night. You're all welcome for that, by the way. Was literally just because I needed to run it through Spout 2 to take a bunch of pressure off the CPU, so that it would not die on me immediately. I was trying to preserve it. But then, not last Saturday, but the one before, because last Saturday I was at Miku Expo, but the one before that, I was playing Monster Hunter. I don't know how many of you were there, but oh my god, I got to a cutscene near the end of the stream, and the cutscene on stream was rendering so poorly, like my GPU was struggling so bad that it just looked like a PowerPoint slide. I wish I had to like clipped it so I could pull it up on stream for you guys. To like watch. This is like a classroom presentation. It looked pretty bad. And then immediately after the cutscene ended, I got tabbed out of the game, and the game windowed itself. I'm not joking. Like this is what actually happened. So then I tapped back in, and I got myself to camp, and I lowered the graphics settings, and we finished the hunt, and I called it there. That was the end. And after I got off stream, I was like trying to download the VOD and edit some TikToks, and then the entire PC just fucking crashed. And when I finally got it back up, it took it 5 minutes to just get up and running, and then another 5 minutes to acknowledge that I had told it to go to sleep. And I went, this is all right, this is the end. So the next day, that was Sunday, I called my dad because I don't know much about PCs. I'm not very techie. I think that is very obvious. I think we've learned this, but I'm not very techie. And so I called my dad and I explained what had happened. And he said, okay, can you send me like the name of your motherboard and like the details on it? And I was like, sure. So I sent him the name of the motherboard and like the specs page for it. He said, okay, I'm going to put together a list of all the parts you need to buy. And I'm gonna like include the links on Newegg for you. And I'm gonna email it to you. And I said, okay. And so while he was doing this, I just hopped in a voice call with a friend because I could run Discord and I could run like Firefox. That was it. Anything else would not open. And I hopped in a voice call with a friend and we watched some Cowboy Bebop while this was happening. So then my dad emails me this list. The very first item is a brand new motherboard. And I said, oh, okay, so I'm rebuilding the entire PC. Well, that is a pain in the ass. And also, I don't know how long I was going to be waiting for these new parts, which was going to be a problem because I had an audition tape to make. Oh yeah, you guys don't know about that. I was auditioning for a Honkai Impact 3 fan dub. And the audition was due like yesterday, like last night. Actually, I think the audition period got extended till sometime today, but I didn't know that at the time because that happened last night. So I thought the audition video was due yesterday, right? So I needed to do that. Like I needed a PC where I could like put a video together in Premiere, and I couldn't fucking run Premiere. And it was last Sunday. Not yesterday. No, today is Wednesday. Not this past Sunday, the one before that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's getting confusing. And I was like, okay, well, that's not gonna work. I can't wait weeks for these parts. And then another week or so to build the PC. And that's assuming I even build it right the first time. I need to install HI3 on this PC because I would really like to play it now that there's like controller support. I want to get back into it. But yeah, like, okay, so I was talking about this with my gen mates, and like one of them was like, well, why don't you try buying a pre-built PC? And I was like, where do I even start? I never bought one. The literal only like PC I've ever owned, because before this I owned a fucking MacBook. The only one I've ever owned was this custom build, right? Like I don't know where to start out buying one. And she sent me the link to the company that built hers, like that she bought from. She was like, they sell it on Amazon, so you can get it through Prime and they'll deliver it to you tomorrow. And you can be back up and running this week. And I was like, oh my God, wait, that's amazing. I looked at all the specs and it looked really good. So I ordered the PC. Yeah, I know, pre-built is not my ideal either. But for what it's worth, it does work really well. And there's no reason I can't swap shit out later. My one singular complaint about this PC is it is heavy as fuck. Like, I really struggle to move this thing. It is fucking gigantic. But I could not tell that from the picture. It's alright. It's fine. It gets the job done. It works. And also, the USB ports on the front actually work for once. The ones on my old one did not work. For whatever reason, my friend who built it did not hook those up. He did not make those work. I don't know why. He never explained that to me. But it's fine. So anyway. The PC comes in on Monday. Hi! Yeah! Here he is. He's all wiggly. So the PC came in on Monday. And I went over to my dad at work. And I was like, hi, my PC is here. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, my PC is here. And he was like, okay. Well, then I guess I'm coming over tonight to help you put it together. And I was like, well, surely I can do it myself. And he was like, I don't think you can. I was like, cool. I love the vote of confidence. So I get home. And I go up to the front desk and I'm like, hi, I got a package today. And they were like, yeah. So they went back into the like package room and they were like, wait, it's not here. So they went to the other room, which is where they store the really big packages like furniture. And I was like, oh shit, that means I can't pick it up. And he was like, well, I can let you borrow a cart and I can help you load it on the cart. And I was like, okay, well, unless you're going to come up to my apartment with me and help me unload it off the cart. No, we're just going to have to wait for my dad to come here because I cannot physically pick up this box. I'm very wimpy, and also I have a bad knee, so I'm not allowed to pick up boxes that heavy. I'm sorry. And I also was not informed because apparently I think my dad thought I knew already to have transferred my files somewhere off of my hard drive. But I did not know this because, again, this is the only PC I've ever owned. So we had over 1 terabyte of files that had to be transferred, and it took us hours. He was so mad at me about that too. But I didn't know. I didn't know. Yeah, exactly. So my dad brought like this external hard drive that was like, oh my God, like 14 fucking years old. And it kept disconnecting from my PC. It was driving me insane. So what I had to end up doing, because oh my God, I had so many VODs. Was I had to upload some of my VODs to my Dropbox and some of them to his external hard drive. And then I ordered an external hard drive with 3 terabytes of space. And I now have to back up everything to there. Like my own external hard drive. And I'm just gonna back up all my VODs to there. So that I can continually delete them from the PC's storage so that I do not take up so much space on it. But Jesus Christ. So that took a really long time. And I did not get to hook the PC up that night. I don't know. I don't know if it's an SSD or HD, to be honest with you. I just bought one with a lot of storage. And I paid like $80 something for it. It was more than I thought I would pay, but Dad assured me that was a normal price, so that's what I paid. And he did not buy it for me like I thought he would. I gave him the puppy dog eyes and everything, and he said, no, you can pay for that yourself. And then I got really sad, and I paid for it myself. But, so the PC is exciting because it works. We have a PC that works. Yeah. I found it on Amazon. I don't know. Did I get scammed? Is that like cheap? Oh my God, wait. Is it a piece of shit? Oh God, what have I done? I don't know anything. Oh my God. The PC struggles continue, by the way. Like, cause the next day I had a migraine, but I don't have my remote access for work set up on the new PC yet. So I had to move the new PC out of the way and plug in the old PC again so I could work from home. Yeah, I don't know how much it's supposed to cost either. I don't know these things. When I saw the price of this PC, I literally texted my dad and I was like, this seems like a lot of money. And he said, that's the going cost. That's the going price of PCs. And I was like, what? Oh, I see. Okay. I'll have to look at it. All right. Well, at the very least, it'll hopefully be enough storage for me to get my files on there for now. I mean, I'm not having storage issues right now, so it's okay. But it's just like a problem I need to have a solution for, right? Because I would like to keep all my VODs. But yeah, I don't know how much this stuff is supposed to cost. Maybe once that Micro Center, the elusive Micro Center finally opens, I can go down there and look at them in person and see how much they're actually supposed to cost. But also, I think Micro Center is kind of overpriced. But maybe that's just for their website. I don't know. What is the difference? Wait, what is the difference? What do those mean? You show me HD and I think that means high def, so I don't actually know. Okay, I don't know. I just saw 3 terabytes and I went, this one, right here. I'm gonna buy that one. I didn't put too much thought into it. I didn't think there would be that much thought to be put into it. Did that make sense? Yeah, so then I had to, oh my God, and also, when I was trying to like plug the PC up the night before, the monitors weren't working, but we'll get to that. Like a physical spinning disc? Oh, okay. You gotta see minus. Hey, C's get degrees, that's fine. Okay, I see. It's probably a flash memory then. But I don't know. Okay, so Tuesday. This was last Tuesday. After I got off work. Okay, I still have a migraine. I would like to remind you guys. I moved the fucking heavy ass PC back. I unplugged the old PC again. I moved the old heavy ass PC back into place, and I tried to plug everything in again, and the monitor still did not work. Okay, and I could not figure this out. This didn't make sense to me. Well, lo and behold, this PC has 4 HDMI ports, and 3 of them are on the motherboard. And wouldn't you know it, processor does not have integrated graphics. So, oh, this is bothering me. Hang on. So, the HDMI ports on the motherboard do not work. And apparently, from my research, a lot of these pre-built PCs, they will like turn off, like disable the HDMI ports on the motherboard. But if your processor has integrated graphics, you can go into the BIOS and you can turn them back on. So I tried to do that, but I did not know what kind of processor I had because I fucking am stupid and did not look at that first. So I went into the BIOS first and I could not find the setting to like enable them. So then I went back and looked at the Amazon listing, and I discovered after doing all of that that I could not turn them back on. So then I was like, well, fuck, what am I supposed to do? And I had to look around because I could not see them. But I did finally find the ports on the motherboard, I mean on the graphics card. And there is a single HDMI card, like port. HDMI port on the graphics card. And the rest of them are display ports, which I have a single adapter for. And I ordered another one, and I think it might be in that box with my external hard drive, which I have not unboxed yet. I should do that. So I only have 2 monitors right now. And also, fun fact about the display port, you have to fucking shove that thing in there. But I did finally get it working. After emailing support, because by the way, support is not open 24/7. You would think that the chat, support chat that they have online, like why would you have a support chat if you can't contact them 24/7, but whatever. And I would like you to know that they've just emailed me back today after I've already solved the problem. Like they literally emailed me back at 6:30 p.m. today. Like, I don't need help anymore. I got it. It's been over a week. Whatever. Anyway, the PC works. When I first got it started, one of the fans was like really fucking loud. But now that it's going, it works pretty well. My one gripe. They should, yes, exactly. The problem was literally just that you have to fucking... I'm not even joking with you. I asked my friend who also has a PC from them, and her words were just that, oh, I asked her, I was like, does this display port work for you? And she was like, yeah, the display port works, but you just kind of have to like take it out. Like if you plugged it in and it doesn't work, just take it out and just like shove it in really hard. Those were her words. Exactly. So I did that and it fucking works. You just gotta shove it in really good. Just like that. I'm fully expecting somebody to clip that. My actual biggest complaint about this PC is that it came with Windows 11, which I fucking hate. I think Windows 11 is ugly as shit. But I will live. And apparently, I read that they're forcing everyone with Windows 10 to update to Windows 11 anyway, so... even if I had had the option of having Windows 10, I would not have had it for much longer anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. But it did let me, like... I know! It's so bad! And I will say, for some reason, my My file explorer keeps crashing. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I think File Explorer is much more difficult for me to navigate now. I don't like it. I found that I do not like the File Explorer now. And also, I have a really bad habit of leaving File Explorer open. I don't know if this is just because like, because I am usually like pulling stuff into Premiere from File Explorer or whatever. But I also do this at work, so I don't know. I have a really bad habit of leaving it open, and I don't know if maybe I should not be doing that, but it really likes to crash when I leave it open for too long. So that's cool. I never had that problem before. But that's fine. Yeah, I mean, it is, but at the same time, it kind of like, it just doesn't look the same. I don't know. The way it sorts stuff is different. Like, I don't have a screenshots folder anymore. It's called the gallery now. Yeah, why? Why did they do that? It's the worst. Or when you open up the Windows menu, and it's like, it opens up so many different things in the Windows menu. Like, some of these things I don't even want. Like, why is LinkedIn there? Why is LinkedIn on my Windows menu? Okay, I actually have taken some screenshots, and they are just fucking in my gallery. They're just in the picture gallery right underneath home. I don't know why. Because my current wallpaper is a screenshot that I took from the Honkai concert trailer. Before anyone asks, yes, it is Aventurine asleep in bed. Don't worry about it. What else was it gonna be? What else was my wallpaper gonna be? There's two options for me to have a wallpaper. It's Aventurine or it's Kokomi. Alright, those are the only wallpapers I would ever have. As much as I would love to have a Gilgamesh wallpaper, I do not like any of them. No, that's a lie. There are a couple I like, but I have Gilgamesh on my iPad, so I don't need him on my desktop. But yeah, that's been the long saga of my PC. It's been a struggle. I have yet to boot up Monster Hunter to see what the situation is with that. I'm very curious if it's still gonna fucking make me run it on low graphics. I fear it might, but hopefully it won't. And I do not look forward to paying for the throwables again, because that's just, why would you do that to me? I don't want to do that again. But it's fine. Everything's fine. At least Steam carries over my save files. At least I can rely on that. So I don't lose anything there. And getting most of this stuff set back up for stream wasn't that bad, you know. I actually did some stuff different. I organized all my scenes differently, so it's a lot neater. You should all be proud of me. It's not a fucking mess anymore. And I did the like chat filters, like chat moderation different, so it's not through like automod anymore. I'm using Mix It Up bot to moderate chat now. So hopefully it will work a lot better, and hopefully it will not mod you all for saying bitch anymore. Because I know that's been a problem. Just for like saying the word in a non-misogynist way, because I don't think just calling a cartoon character a bitch is a fucking misogynist thing to do, but whatever. No. You're all good. Look at that. It shouldn't. Yeah, you're good. You're safe. I personally went through and added the list of modded words, banned words. So anyway, it's time for the ad, so I will see you all in like a minute. Bye. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, well, it's like a roulette with Twitch about whether or not you're gonna get an ad. I feel like these days. But yeah, there you go. I personally added all of them, banned and filtered words. So we've got some soft bans and some hard bans. And let me tell you, because I had to like type all of these words in there, I did not like doing that. There are some words that I have never typed in my life on this list. So like our beloved F slur. You could still say F slur, that phrase, because I know what you mean, and I know we usually just say that as like a joke. But like the actual word, that one's completely banned. Mostly because I know you guys don't say it as like a... I know none of you guys would say it as like an actual fucking insult. I know you guys would not actually say it as an insult, but the fuck word, no, the other one. I know you guys would not say it as an actual insult, but it's mostly for if someone like... Yeah. It's mostly in case of like you know, raids or something for people we don't know who maybe are not as familiar, right? There's a lot of words there that I'm just like, oh my god, I cannot believe I fucking said that. I cannot believe I had to like actually type that. Bro, no. That just feels... And the thing is like, I bet they didn't even see any problem with those, right? They probably didn't see any problem with those. Because like, for one, fat phobia in general is just so normalized. No. No. Also, like, falafel? For Indian? That's just such a major yikes. What the fuck? What? Like, it's also just like wrong? What? My god. Jeez. That's a choice that they made. Okay. I guess if they want to do that and lose... Okay, but also, like, there's definitely... Okay, yeah, but like... I know, but there was definitely like, you know, there was an intention there to like make a joke, right? Like, there's definitely an intention there. Yeah. Like, I know that, like, I say, like the phrase fat nap obviously just means it's a really long nap. Like, I'm not... That's not, like, a fat-phobic joke. It's just, like, I get what they're going for, but, like... You know? Like, in this instance. Like, it is just not coming across right. But I don't know, they didn't consult me. Thick Indian doesn't sound right. I mean, no, it doesn't sound right either. I just think maybe they shouldn't have named it that at all. And also, should that not have been like tahini sauce and falafel? Those aren't Indian to begin with, are they? Isn't that like Mediterranean food? Thick with the double C, hell yeah. I actually think yeah, that's what I was thinking. like I ate falafel in Greece. Although I don't think it's exclusive to Greece. But like, I definitely ordered falafel when I was in Greece. That's not an Indian food. What? Yeah. I am dying. I have definitely seen like food places that are trying really hard to be like quote unquote trendy use the thick with the double C. In particular, like dessert places, I feel like do it, like cookie places and stuff. I don't know if any like big chains do it, but I've definitely seen like local places do it. Like the like if their cookies are like really like chewy, which for the record, I love chewy cookies. That's like a good thing to me. They'll like call them like thick, the double C. I think that's really weird. just call them really chewy. I don't know. That's what the chewy chips. That's what the Chips Ahoy calls them. The Chips Ahoy. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stick with that. I love that they call it the Skinnylicious menu. It's so funny. It's also just like so fucking embarrassing to like order off of there because everything on there is called like the Skinnylicious whatever it is. But also, I don't eat at Cheesecake Factory. It's so bad. Cheesecake Factory, I just need y'all to know, Cheesecake Factory is fucking dead to me. Because I don't know how long it's been since they've had this menu item. It has been off the menu for a very long time. They used to have this appetizer. Cheesecake Factory. The Skinnylicious bear like burrito. Yeah. They used to have this menu item. It was on the appetizer menu. It was like Cuban egg rolls. Okay, I know it was like a Cuban sandwich, but in an egg roll format. And I know what that sounds like. And it, in some ways, it is in fact an abomination. Because why are you putting that in an egg roll format? Why would you not just serve it as like a slider? But whatever. And that was my favorite thing on the menu. And they served it with like a nice spicy honey mustard that you dipped it into. And it was so big that I would just eat that as my meal. And they took it away. So I don't eat there anymore. Can I get that Skinnylicious? Yeah, you just gotta say it as gay as possible. The veggie burrito. Yeah. There's a salad that I'll order that has like, I don't know, like a grilled salmon or something on it. Mostly just because like their portion sizes are so big. The gay bar is 2 blocks over, sir. Yeah, their portion sizes are just so fucking big, right? Like, that honestly, I feel like if you order a salad, once you pick out all the stuff, I mean, I like salad, so whatever. But like, once you like eat the stuff that's good in the salad and some of the like lettuce or like some of the greens, and you just have like a bowl of greens left over, like whatever the shrapnel is, so to speak, that's like a smaller portion than the fucking oily ass fettuccine alfredo, which, by the way, I know. I have to admit to y'all. Okay. Because we're not going to go into depth about this because I do not want to make this like a sad Theo talks about their eating disorder situation. I will tell y'all, when I was in college, my eating disorder was really, really bad. That is actually the exact method I used. I fucking would just eat like a 2,000 or 3,000 calorie meal once per day. That was all I ate. That was my method. And then if my mom would question me about did I eat today, I would be like, yep, I ate all of my allotted calories for the day. And technically I was not lying. But oh boy, do not do that. Don't do that. Just a word of advice. I agree with you. Dedicated salad places are better. There's a salad place that I go to once a week with my mom for lunch. And it's very, very good. They have a really good honey mustard dressing. And they have this really good like braised chicken pie that I always get. And yes, also true. The Zaxby's salads are good. Oh my god, wait, speaking of Zaxby's, because I know you're also a Zaxby's lover, Senna. Have you tried the fucking fried shrimp from Zaxby's? Okay, first up, I just need to clarify. I do not recommend trying fried shrimp. Calling the Zaxby's salads healthy is a stretch. They are covered in the Zaxby's salads are covered in cheese and fried onions and fried chicken. I don't really think I would call them salad. Yes, there's shrimp in Zaxby's. I want you to know I tried it because they gave me a coupon for free shrimp if I ordered online. So I just got it because it was free. I think the shrimp is really bad. It's so bad. It did not upset my stomach, but it does not taste good. And also, oh my god, their fucking sauce. It's disgusting. It's like a cocktail sauce with tartar sauce mixed into it. But then also, I swear to God, I swear to you, that they put like a little dribble of Zaxby's sauce in there. It's... Ugh. Bruh, it's disgusting. It's like the worst fucking cocktail sauce I've ever had. It's so bad. It's so horrible. It's awful. Those are really good. I love the loaded fries. But you really have to make sure they give you extra ranch because they are like so fucking skimpy on the ranch. That shit is so dry if you do not get extra ranch for those. They are like stingy on the ranch. But yeah, I don't. Ooh, that's good. I'll have to try that next time I get them. I do not generally recommend eating shrimp from fast food restaurants. Like I would never go to Captain D's. That just fucking sounds like a recipe for disaster. I literally only did it because they gave me a coupon for free shrimp. They said if you order online, we will give you free shrimp. And I was already ordering online. So I just got the free shrimp. And I said, worst comes to worst, I will eat one and I will throw it out. Don't get it. It's really bad. And the worst part is they keep giving me coupons now for the free shrimp. They really want you to eat this free shrimp. They really want you to eat the shrimp. They really want the shrimp to take off. I don't know why. They're desperate. They're desperate for the shrimp to take off. It's so bad. They want the shrimp to be like the next big thing, and nobody's gonna fucking eat the shrimp. It's very much like the shrimp is not going to happen. Stop trying to make the shrimp happen. Sir, there's no more chicken. There's only shrimp. We're in dire circumstances. Red Lobster killer, I believe. That's not too difficult, unfortunately. No, I haven't yet. I'm a little bit scared of it. Can I order it without onions? Oh, I didn't want to because I wasn't sure if I could order it without the onions or if it would even be good without the onions because I know that like the onions are like a core part of the Philly cheesesteak recipe, but I'm just like, I'm not an onion eater, you know? So I wasn't sure if it would be like the same without them. I don't know. I was scared. Next time it comes around. Yeah, if it comes back, I'll try it. The garlic aioli looked really appetizing. And I'm an aioli lover. I love a good mayonnaise sauce. Maybe, yeah, you give me a mayonnaise sauce and I will eat that shit. Love a good mayonnaise. That's a really weird phrase to say, but I like a good mayonnaise sauce. No, I like you guys. I don't like the food. I don't like eating onions. How about that clarification? I don't like eating onions. I would never eat you guys. Bruh. Why would I name you guys after a food that's like I wouldn't want to eat? Thank you. Appreciate that. White person moment, I love a good mayonnaise sauce. Yeah, literally. It's a texture thing for me. I don't know. There's no way you can serve me an onion outside of fried onions like you use as salad topper. Yeah, fried onions, I will eat. Onion rings, they're on thin ice. The onion rings have to be super duper duper crispy. And the breading has to be pretty thick, because if the breading is too thin, then there's too much like onion for me. Because like the flavor is not the problem, it's the texture. Like the onion is still really slimy. But outside of fried onions, which are objectively very good, and I will eat those straight, and onion rings, which I will sometimes eat. Any other onions I don't eat. Also, yes, I will eat all of your peas. I love peas. I love friendships where I can just pass off the food I don't like to my friend, and I will take the food that they don't like. That's literally, oh my god, the friend I went to Greece with, that's literally what we did. She doesn't eat mushrooms or olives. We were fucking in Greece, by the way. She didn't eat mushrooms or olives. So she passed all of those to me, and I passed her all of my like sun-dried tomatoes because I don't like those. And like weird peppers because I don't eat peppers either. So I'd pass her my sun-dried tomatoes and my peppers, and she'd pass me her olives and her mushrooms. And we just trade them, even if we got completely different dishes and it would like mix weird with our sauces, we didn't care. That's the perfect kind of friendship. Like I will 100% give someone a hard time about not liking olives, but at the end of the day, that works out best for me because I love olives. So if you don't like olives and we're out to dinner together, that means I get more olives. That's perfect for me. Why would I not like that? Like I'll give you shit about it, but that's not actually a problem to me, because then I get more. It's a win-win. You don't have to eat them, and I will. I mean, I don't think y'all understand how much I like olives. In college, I would love a good mayonnaise sauce. There it is. In college, this was particularly bad if I was like procrastinating for like a project and I really needed to get it done. So I was like pulling an all-nighter. But I kept like Costco-sized like packs of canned olives in the apartment, and I would just pour out a whole can of black olives into a bowl and eat them while I worked. I would eat the whole can. Like, that would be my dinner. And instead of making like a proper meal, I would just take my can of olives and I would sit down with my laptop and I would work, because it was easier to eat. And even now, sometimes, if I have a can of olives in the cabinet and I don't feel like cooking, I'll just eat the olives instead. My mom actually doesn't like, if my mom is at the grocery store with me, she will not let me buy like just a can of regular olives. She won't let me buy like a can of regular olives. She usually makes me buy like the little like pre-portioned packs of like pre-sliced olives, because I will not eat those unless like I'll put them into stuff. But I won't like eat them straight. I will only eat straight like I'll only eat the big ones straight. Oh my god, Senna literally just DM'd me this disgust. Olive enjoyer. She literally just said olive enjoyer derogatory. Pre-open a can of black beans? What the fuck? What? Okay, look, I'm pretty bad about taking like a sparkling water to bed with me that's like half finished and I leave it out. And then I like don't finish it because I leave it there in case I need something to drink in the middle of the night. But like that's on another level. What the fuck? Also, yes, many sauces are mayo sauce. Okay, good. They deserve it. What the fuck? What the fucking pre-opened black beans? Who does that? I can't. That's too much even for me. Also, like, do you mean to tell me they're eating those beans cold? Like, what? Sorry. I like a good black bean, but the texture of cold black beans is disgusting. Did a new episode of Black Butler perhaps come out? Yeah, literally just put them in the microwave, but don't put them in the can. That's my first guess as to why Shota is trending. Oh. Named Shota? That is an unfortunate name. What does it say about me that my first thought was, oh, a new episode of Black Butler came out? Really says something about that community, I think. But also, like, that feels like an accurate first thought. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up. I have no interest. They made Sebastian all soft looking. I don't care anymore. Yes, I know. I'm aware. I just don't give a shit. I know. No, Senna, wait. I need you to know Ash DM'd me this fucking Instagram reel. You would that joke, but it was fucking Hetalia Axis powers, and I wanted to strangle them. Do not remind me of the dark days. Do not. Slay girl boss and continue to ignore the show. That's the way you should interact with Black Butler. For all of its faults, I will say Black Butler will never be as bad as Hetalia Axis powers. Oh, I do. I remember the Nazi cosplays. Okay. Axis powers wanted you to sympathize with fucking Nazi Germany. Okay, Sina, I don't think that's as bad. I don't think that's as bad as Ash's, like, fucking self-insert. God, I wanted to be Prussia so bad. In high school, I canned Prussia so hard. It's so embarrassing. No, I know you were there. That's why I can laugh about this with you, Senna. That's why. Oh my god, what? Showed up in cosplay. No help. What? I'm gonna be honest. I felt like I was fucking insane because so many people just did not give a shit about Prussia. Oh no! Oh no! I remember. I need you to know. One time in my AP European history class, I tried to bring up Italia. I really did. I tried, but nobody in the class knew what I was talking about. And my teacher literally just looked at me and he was like, is this gonna help you make a B on your next test? Because that's your goal right now. And I said, probably not, sir. And he said, okay, then don't talk about it. I was failing that class. Aw, that's cute. My teacher was not that nice to me. I mean, he was concerned about me, but I really struggled. I'm just... I can't get over the fucking random ass anime fan art. I didn't even know. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I wish. Well, I'm sure if you search for Hetalia, you'll find it. The country humans trend, though, I think might have predated Hetalia. Not so much in its existence, but just in Hetalia's boom. Because Hetalia did have a boom. And I don't know why that was. I don't know why everyone wanted to enjoy Hetalia. Why, or why any of us watched it and went, this is normal. I will say this. The entire time I watched Axis Powers, I went, this is a little weird, right? Like, this is weird. And none of the Axis powers were ever any of my faves, like the three main ones, because I was always a little like, I don't know. I was like, are we ignoring that this guy's Nazi Germany? Or like, am I just supposed to like not look away? My fave was always France. He looked like a fucking fruit, and I liked him. I did not have an OC though. I was not making self-insert OCs at that time. It's true. We were not thinking about it too critically, and I think a lot of us were like in high school. And also, this is an interesting discussion to have about anime consumption. Maybe after the ad. Because at that time, anime was very different. Like, the way people consumed anime was very different. So yeah, you know what? That's a good topic for after the ad. We'll come back to that one because I have some shit to say on that. Not necessarily bad, just some shit. 8 to 12. Yeah, that sounds right, because if I was in high school, that's about the age you would be. I pirated a lot of anime at that age, but I did not have my own PC, like my own personal computer, outside of the school computer. So I had to be really careful with what I pirated. So I can only watch pirated anime if I was like at a friend's house who like actually had a computer, right? Where we could like easily watch it, if that makes sense. But I just think it's really interesting, like the way the anime like consumption has changed. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing, but like I remember like when I was a kid being introduced to anime, we were a lot less critical of what we were watching. Not necessarily. Well, for one, I would pretty much just fucking watch anything. In particular because I basically only had Netflix. So if it was on Netflix, that was what I watched. That was the anime I had access to. Or if I was at a friend's house and they wanted to show me something, we watched it like on YouTube or whatever, right? So like the ways to access anime were really limited. And you know, I don't know, like you didn't have a lot of options, not like you do now. And to some extent, I think you like if you just wanted to get into anime, you had to watch what you had, right? Like the thing with Italia, like the fact that Nazi Germany was the main character, like it did make me a little weird and uncomfortable, but I also did not think that much about it. Like I just kind of, I was like, that's weird, and then I just moved on. As a high schooler, like I think it's way weirder now as an adult looking back than I did when I was actively watching it, you know? I fucking read fanfic for that. For Italia. I shipped Britain and France. Yeah, basically. My god, I have to scroll back up. Fairy Tail and MHA. I never watched Fairy Tail. People really want me to. But I never did. I watched the first season of My Hero when it was airing, and I only liked Deku when he was a crybaby, and then I found out that he would not be a crybaby anymore, so I stopped watching. Yeah, I mean, no, I definitely agree. I think it's a good thing that people are more critical of what they consume these days. I think it's better. I think it's a good thing that people investigate what they watch before they watch it. It's just interesting to me. There's this fucking anime I watched in high school that I would never recommend to anyone unless you're like actively looking to watch a bad anime, called Heaven's Lost Property. where the main character is like this fucking teenage pervert. He's obsessed with girl panties. And like actively steals them from his neighbors. That's important. You need to know that. That's a thing about him. And like the plot starts. Also, Netflix only had like one season of this, so I don't know how the anime ends. And this fucking angel from heaven that is very scantily clad and she has big tits. She falls down to earth and becomes like his housemaid, I guess. He like lives alone. He's a high schooler. He lives alone though. And he spends a lot of the time perving on her. And I don't remember what the rest of the plot was, like the actual plot, because I just remember being very confused that people actually enjoyed watching that because it made me really uncomfortable. But I just made myself watch it because I thought that was what people watched. And I have since learned that most people do not watch this. In fact, apparently everyone I've ever asked about this anime has confirmed with me that they think it's fucking weird. I agree. I agree with that. I think it's important to be aware of what you're watching. Yes. I think as long as you are able to like acknowledge that what you're watching is problematic and why it's problematic and being aware, it's okay to enjoy those things. Like, I mean, I think it's also okay to not enjoy them and be uncomfortable with them because of those things. Like, the fact that Attack on Titan is very blatant anti-Semitic propaganda makes me super uncomfy, and I don't really want to watch it or like finish it because I did start it before I knew that. But the fact that other people like it doesn't really bother me. It's just when they try to like say that it's not that, when it's clearly that. Like, it's so obvious. But like, if they know it's that and they're aware of that, but they still enjoy it for what it is outside, like in spite of that, that's okay. I get that. That's okay. I mean, Hetalia, despite all of its flaws and the fact that it very clearly is trying to make you, I mean, it's just Japan's usual rhetoric of, oh, we didn't actually do that much in World War II. We're not that bad, you know? Because that definitely is a thing that they try to do sometimes. Like, Hetalia has its good points. It's just that you have to be aware that like what you're watching is very clear propaganda. Like, that's what it is. Oh no, I definitely think that's weird. I definitely think it's weird if someone, like, if you're like, oh, this is anti-Semitic, and then they're immediately like, oh my god, no, it's not, and try to like prove you wrong, and it's like everything they're saying is like clearly proving you right. Like, that's weird to me. That's weird behavior. Cause like, that's my personal opinion. I had this conversation with a friend the other day. I was like, I don't think it's wrong to enjoy problematic stuff. I think it's wrong to enjoy it in a way where you are actively dismissing the concerns of others, right? And trying to like pretend that those concerns don't exist, right? Like, if you're well, the thing we were talking about was Nike. I don't know how you say that game's name. The gacha with the big titties in the ass. The girls shoot and their asses jiggle. That one. That game is like super misogynistic, just in that aspect, but also like there are some aspects of the plot. Yes, that one. There's some aspects of the plot structure that just make me feel really weird about it. In that, like, all of these android robot cyborg things are built and designed to be beautiful women that fit a very specific beauty standard with big titties, and they are usually built for the enjoyment of mostly men, and that comes across as misogynistic to me. And it's like, I don't have a problem with people playing that game. You're allowed to enjoy that game. I don't care. I like big tits too. That's fine. Some of the girls in there are really pretty. Okay, sure. I'm just like, just the acknowledgement of like how that comes across right? Like the fact that that comes across as misogynistic, I think is the important part. Like you don't have to stop playing the game. I think that's stupid. I'm not going to dictate what you can and cannot do. But also, if somebody tells you like, hey, this aspect of the game you like makes me really uncomfortable, like just acknowledge like, hey, yeah, that is kind of a problem, but I like the game anyway. That's all you have to say. I mean, fucking I can tell you about several things about One Piece that fucking make me uncomfortable, that I think are problems with One Piece, but I like it anyway. You know? I know that One Piece has problems. Oh my god, I know. JoJo's Part 3. It was such a fucking mess. Like, on the one hand, Avdol is like really cool and generally treated pretty well. And then on the other hand, every fucking other person of color is pretty tokenized at minimum and stereotyped a lot to high hell. It's very much a disaster zone. But for what it's worth, I do think Araki is learning a lot. Because we did get confirmation. Ugh. Yeah. Polnareff deserved it. Thank God. Polnareff absolutely deserved that. Fuck him. I do want you to know, I don't know if you saw this, but for part 9, Jodio's sister, Dragona, was confirmed as a trans woman, which I think is really cool. Yeah. In part 9, it just happened. We were pretty certain that she was a trans woman. From the start, like she was clearly either like trans femme, non-binary, or just like an actual trans woman, but we just weren't sure. Because there was this really funny part in one of the early chapters where Jodio like called her like his bro, and everyone just went, well, Jodio's fucking stupid, so he probably just doesn't realize that Dragona's trans. Like, he probably just is so fucking dumb, he doesn't realize Dragona's trans. But I think that is actually what happened. He's just a dumb fucking 14-year-old. Love that for him. Idiot. Oh, and he's a drug dealer too, I think. Only Giorno could see the Joestars now. I mean, yeah, that's to me what's... I think that's also an important thing to note too, is like, even if a series has like problematic content, you can also like, if you can point to where the author or mangaka artistic line crossing is up to date. Interesting. Well, I would just like to point out that it's not impossible for women to also be misogynistic towards other women, so for what that's worth. But I'm mostly not talking about the designs here. I don't really have a problem with the designs in Nikkei. They kind of are whatever to me. It's more about just like the premise there. Because I actually personally do not have any problems with Stellar Blade. I think it's perfectly fine. I mean, I can see that they wanted her to be sexy, but I don't really have an issue with that. Because also, as far as I remember, some of those really sexy, skimpy outfits are also lower defense and shit like that. Like, you are running a risk using them, so I don't really care. Like, I don't know, Stellar Blade looked kind of fun. I was thinking about getting it, because it's on PlayStation. I don't know. It's not so much the Gunnar debuff, yeah, literally. No, it wasn't so much about the designs, no. It was more about the premise. Just the general premise. And it's not so much that I'm accusing them of like specifically like actively being misogynist. It's just like the fact, like the way it comes across is misogynist, even if it is not intentionally that way. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it feels that way, even if it was not intended to be that way. So yeah. But I mean, I do think there's something to be said for, like, the intent. Because, I mean, obviously, if they didn't intend it that way, that's a different sentence. Because, like, the harm caused is different than someone who intentionally writes it that way. I mean, that's definitely something to consider too. Yeah, but again, as long as you can acknowledge that it might come across that way to someone, I don't really give a shit if you play it. I personally will not play that game, mostly because the gameplay does not look fun to me at all. But some of the girls are really cute, so I don't have a problem. Although I will say, I saw the fucking, I think it might have been a leak. One of the new girls coming out is like a fucking foot fetish. How are y'all defending this? I do not like the way her toes move. They're freaking me out. Please do not look it up. No, it's bad. I don't like it. She's scary. Her feet, I don't like the way they move. At all. It's like, oh my god, if you've seen Cowboy Bebop, it's like the way that the way that like Ed's feet move in some of the shots where she's like typing on the computer with her feet. Freaky as fuck. I hate it. Oh my god, I know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, I've never played the game, so this is all secondhand from people that I know that have played the game. But I heard that some of the women in that game do like are like confirmed to like go on dates with the player character who is exclusively a man, or like sleep with him, which I think is a little weird. But you know, Stellar Blade I think is a different issue because like she's not fucking interacting with the person playing at all. She's just there. I don't know. I'm also not of the opinion that sexualizing women is inherently misogynistic. I just think it's the way that you do it. I mean, women can be sexy. That actually does not explain anything to me. Oh, wait. Never mind. Yeah, that does actually explain everything to me. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That tells me everything I needed to know, actually. Thank you. I don't know. I mean, I could give you a list of problems I have with One Piece, too. Like, from early days, but, they're more like things I would warn people about, because I don't think they are necessarily, like, reasons you should not watch it. More so things that could put you off from it, but, like, Oda has learned from those things. So, I have noticed that he has learned from those things and treats those topics with much more respect. And it's handled much better. I think it's more the point that like there's some rampant misogyny in Korea. I think was more the point. Hence why the K gacha. Well, that reminds me, I don't know everything about this, so I'm not gonna like talk too much about it because I don't know things and I don't want to talk about things that I don't have all the facts on. But that fucking 4B movement, I think it's like a rad fem movement from Korea that's like, oh my god, shit they're saying is so insanely misogynist. Like, my god, I haven't heard that much about it, but everything that I've heard, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, shut up. My god. Like, they don't allow for intersectionalism, and they don't allow for they're obviously like rad fem. They don't allow trans people in their feminism. It's kind of insane to me. I'll have to look more into it. but to get the full picture, but it's wild. It's wild. I thought the fucking radfems on Tumblr were bad. These people are worse. Oh my god, wait, is this Genshin music now? It is Genshin music now. Okay, that's fine. We ran out of we ran out of Animal Crossing music, sorry. I didn't even notice. I wasn't even paying attention. I don't even remember what I was supposed to be talking about today. I think I covered everything that I was like, these are all the things I want to talk about for sure. And then we just kind of went off on a tangent, you know? What all did I have any other life updates? Gotta smash it with the skateboard. The bit will not be complete. Smash it with the skateboard. The Genshin music is nice though. I listen to it at work a lot, actually. Woo! Break the skateboard. Become ungovernable. I think we've had some good conversations. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. You're all gonna have to watch Explode Skateboard with mine. I'm sorry in advance for the people who have not seen this yet. When I drink the water, the model is gonna look really cursed. Just prepare yourself. I'm gonna try not to laugh. I wish. Yeah, it's a thing. It's certainly a thing that he does. Because I'm tilting my head back. A hamster water feeder? Okay. So I can sippy from it. Okay. Sippy from it. Oh, I can probably like have it trigger with the hydrate redeem. So it'll pop down so I can sippy. That'll be so fucking funny. Yeah, the eyes close because I like whenever I tip my head back, they close. And then whenever I tip my head forward, the eyes like roll up. Oh, I guess you guys haven't seen like the full extent of my physics. When I can do this. I didn't want to like overextend the head too much. Because I thought it might look really weird. I do have some expressions, but they are very weird to toggle, like on and off. And also, I do not remember how to toggle them on and off. I think it's Alt. I should headbang. I think it might get confused, but sure. Oh, I gotta make sure I'm like not in the way of the microphone. I lost my headphones. Wait, hang on, I have to hold on to the headphones. Oh, now it's just confused. It didn't even follow me that time. We love that. That's good. Cool. And like every time, okay, I have a really bad habit of moving the bangs on the left side of my face with my right hand. So my hand crosses in front of my face for the tracking. So you will like notice that the fucking model just like does not know what to do. Hang on. It like goes back to neutral when I do it. But my bangs are like all up in my fucking face now. For me, headbanging. Worth it though. That was a good test. I'm glad we determined what that looks like. I hope that was satisfying to everyone. Because I probably will never do that again. I have no need for doing that, I don't think. I will say I need to fix. It's not censored for literally anyone else but you. I swear to God. It's only censored for you. Nobody else has this problem. We had this discussion already. Why would it censor that? Wild. Well, I know for a fact it's not on my list of filtered words, so it's not being censored right now. I promise. I need to, it was a toggle, okay. There's this thing I need to download, like this program that lets me like fix my my blend shapes for the model. Because right now the like eyebrows are not moving, and that's kind of bothering me. And I would like them to move, so I'm gonna fix that. But I don't think it's like that big of a deal right now. And I'm planning to get a webcam, so then I will have hands. I mean, I already have hands actually, but yeah. Oh my god, wait. Okay, we have to do an ad break in a minute, but after the ad break, I can show you guys the full model because I actually have a full model now. I'm not just like a fucking floating head. Oh my god. I can show you guys the full thing. I can do like a little spin and everything. Yeah. And this is a good place for me to do it because I'm not playing a game or something. Okay, yeah. That's what we'll do after the ad break. Okay. So be good. Don't cause too many problems. And I will see you all in a minute or so. Yeah. Okay, I think this will be the last thing we do today. But are you all ready to see my little showcase? I would like to see some excited. What all do you have at a? Oh my god! Make me fucking drink again. Fine. I need the fucking hamster sipper. Oh, I am not shrimped, I promise. I'm gonna show off the model. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna zoom out. Hang on. I can show you guys the full thing. Yeah, I have horns that I fucking made. Hang on. Here's the full thing. I'm just like, I have legs now. Here we go. Wow. Grats on the legs. I grew legs. Oh, there we go. And now we're gonna do a little. Thank you. Here are my horns. Wow. They were a fucking pain in the ass. I can teach you how though. Once I got them, I microwaved him. That would actually be a really funny gif. I should do that. An ass microwave. 5-star Nihility win. Oh my god. We did say he'd be a quantum Nihility, didn't we? Ooh. But quantum doesn't have any DOTs, so it begs the question, what does he do? What kind of kit? What kind of kit does he have? I feel like okay. So in one of the combat events, the one where you have to like do the stories or whatever the fuck, break focused. Ooh, that would be fun. I was thinking on break. Okay. You know how Boot Hill has the like special state where he like applies like a marker so that he can only focus on one enemy? I'm not thinking something like that, but just like a special thing for Az. Also, he's like a... Oh god, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. He was like slightly tilted. Sorry. Okay. What if we had like a... First off, I think it's gotta be crystally, like some kind of like I don't know if we want to do like crystal-y themes or like divination theme, like astrology themed, but something like that. But I guess it can't be fully divination because Fu already has that, so maybe crystal-y themed. But like some kind of marker that applies something like that shatter effect, where like when you break when you weakness break, it deals like a set amount of AoE damage to enemies on either side and applies the shatter effect to them. And also maybe increases entanglement damage. That could be fun. So it would still be break, but it would be like be more AoE. That could be cool. Would be good synergy with Acheron too, because it would be a debuff. That would be fun. I don't know, just a thought. I don't know why I'm there crafting my own kit. I just think it would be neat. But yeah, that's me. That's the model. Wow. We talked about a lot of things. I feel like the actual happenings of Miku Expo were very much a small part of what I talked about today. My title for the stream may have actually been slightly misleading. But that's okay. It's not a good just chatting stream if we're fucking struggling to keep a conversation going, I suppose. Anyway, thank you for your congratulations on my legs. I love having legs now. Thank you. Some of that might be the ADHD. I really can't just fucking talk. Especially if you give me something to talk about. And I have a lot of feelings about a lot of things. So the moment we get onto something that I have a lot to say, I can just go. And also, I have not stopped thinking about that fucking lady from Miku Expo who was complaining about not knowing any of the songs and she didn't even know who V-Flower was. I'm still mad about her. You know? In a way, it did. Okay, because like, I need you guys to know. My particular brand of ADHD is that I get really bad tunnel vision when I hyper-focus. To the point where like I forget to eat and drink and pee and also do other things that are important. But mostly those. I mean, those are the really important ones that keep me alive and I forget to do them. Okay. So in a way, yes, it did. Because I got so focused. I got so mad about the fact that PNG Tuber Plus is not compatible with Spout 2. Then I just went, fuck it. And I like hyper focused on finishing this fucking 3D model. And then I finished it at like 4 in the morning. After getting like, I think I finished the model itself around 2:30. And it took me another hour and a half to get everything set up because I had to, well, at first I was using VTube Studio for the tracking, but that wasn't working very well. Like on my phone. And then I had to use a different app, but that one wasn't working very well either. Well, it worked fine for the Aventurine pulling stream because I was actually using a different software to run the model for that. I was using VC Face, but I don't think VC Face works very well. So when I swapped to Warudo, I had to use a different tracking software, but it requires me to use the other one. I have to like connect them. It's a lot. So in a way, the ADHD did in fact give me legs because it is the only reason I finished this model. Because I need you to know, I had this model half finished for several months and did not do anything with it. Because I spent too long watching a bunch of tutorials on how to do the horns and I didn't know how to do them. And not enough time actually trying to do them. But the ADHD gave me the power. I did them. I just did them. I just fucking did it. And now I know how. The next task is to learn how to do rabbit ears. I have not figured that out yet. They're very hard. But I think I got it. I think I know what I'm doing wrong. So we will learn. And we will grow. And it will be very good. I also think I have learned why I could not do the hair. I think I figured that out too. Apparently I can just add as many hair textures as I want. Which means that every single individual strand of hair can have its own texture to make sure it looks cohesive. And I did not do that for this hair. I mean, it looks fine. I'm pleased with it. I'm okay with it. But like, I can do better. You know? I need to stop saying that. I need to stop looking at a thing that I've made and going, I can do better than this. Anyway. Yeah. I should stop criticizing my model. I'm very proud of it. I swear I'm actually really proud of it. I'm not gonna sit here and criticize it. I'm really glad I did it. And on that note, thank you guys for joining. This was fun. Tomorrow night is the Jagalia tier list. Very specifically, I'm rating them on how autistic I think they are. That's the tier list. We're rating them. It's the Autism Jagalia tier list. And I regret to tell you all, but we're using Ellie as the baseline for Allistics. Ellisan is not autistic, I'm sorry. S tier autism. No. You'll see the way I'm grading this. We've got several categories on how I'm going to do this. We're going to do this based on how they mask, like how well they mask, and also how easily they make friends and socialize with others. So we'll have like one tier be bad at masking and bad at socializing, and that will be like the high tier. So like peak autism, that's where Noelle goes. And then we'll have like bad at masking but good at socializing, good at masking, bad at socializing, and then good at masking, good at socializing, and then the Allistics. And then the socializing is like how well they socialize with the people in the Allistic category. So like how well they socialize with like Ellisan, for example. That woman is not autistic to me, I'm sorry. That's gonna be like the that's the killer judgment. Are you autistic? No. to the gulags with you. So like Lafna is also in the bad at masking. Ellisan on the homophobic tier, yeah. I love how Ellisan of all people, that's the joke for her, is that she's fucking homophobic. Even though she's the one with like a fucking harem of women. But yeah, that's kind of how we're gonna do it. We might have to adjust tiers as we go, but that's my general. I've thought about this ever since last week when I could not do it because PC problems. So I've been thinking about how we're gonna do it, and that's the conclusion I've come to, is that is the best way to organize the tiers. I think that's gonna be the good way to do it. And then as we go, if I have to adjust some tiers or like add like things, yeah. Oh my god, I know. Ellie's so wild for that one though. I do actually love Ellisan. I shit on her, but I love her. My biggest issue with her is just that they never did anything interesting with her. I feel like she had so much potential and they did nothing, but whatever. I did not write this game, so who cares? They don't care about my opinion. Y'all do though. That's why you're going to watch me rate all of them based on their autism levels. I'm so glad that when I asked all the losties, is this normal? Is this okay? Everyone just went like, yeah, do this. This is a necessary tier list. Yeah, that definitely happened. And then also, I would like to very quickly remind you all that there's no stream on Saturday because I have a family dinner. It is, well, she's not like actually related to me, but we call her like our grandma, or my grandma. because she's basically family, and it's her birthday this weekend, so we're going to dinner for her birthday. So yeah, Thursday will be the last time I see you guys until next week, which I need to double check some things for next week's schedule, so I'm not going to say anything about that right now. Next week's schedule might be a little funky too, but well, I'll get back to you guys on that one. And yeah, so I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for joining. It's been really nice. We've had a good time. I think we had a lot of interesting conversations. And also learned a lot of things about me that maybe you did not want to know, like the fact that I have eaten Zaxby's shrimp. Please do not eat the Zaxby's shrimp. I regret this immensely. And I deeply apologize for ever eating the Zaxby's shrimp. And on that note, I bid you all a good night. Bye.